I've been thinking about it more and more that the next 30 days or so is going to be an absolutely wild ride for Call of Duty fans. And while this is a more conversational piece, not so much of breaking news or whatever you'd like to call it, today I want to take a look at some of that and what it looks to hold for the foreseeable future for things like Modern Warfare 2 and when we'll be seeing the reveal and even some full-on gameplay shown to us. That's what we're breaking down here today, so as we go along, drop your thoughts down below. When are you hoping to see Modern Warfare 2 teasers, reveals, and gameplay, sooner rather than later perhaps? But if you enjoyed the video, you find it at all insightful, it checks out to you, do me a favor and drop a like on the video. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all things Modern Warfare 2 and anything COD related. I'd love to have you in the community as we push towards 500,000 subscribers. And finally, in celebration of the Operation Monarch Kong vs. Godzilla event and us pushing closer towards that Modern Warfare 2 insight, my friends over at G Fuel have bumped up code ESPRESSO to 30% off your entire order. So if you guys would like to check anything out for the very first time, maybe grab a restock, now is as best a time as any. It'll save you a decent bit of cash per order. I'd highly recommend Hype Sauce, Pink Drip, the new Morbius Nectarine flavor, Starfruit, and Strawberry Banana. If you're looking for anything in particular, can't go wrong with any of those, but if you're interested, links in the description below. That said, let's set the stage here for a bit of understanding about where this discussion and the logic behind it comes from. Modern Warfare 2 is looking to do a number of things. From a business perspective, they're looking to correct the course of the expectations not met by Vanguard this past year, but in a sort of consumer perspective, it resets the clock on everything that we'll see in regards to promotions of the upcoming title. Black Ops Cold War and Vanguard were skewed in their reveals for a handful of reasons, some being developmental turmoils, though that'll probably never be officially confirmed in the changeover that's seen behind the scenes, and other things, probably the biggest factor of that though being Warzone, because with the last 2 years, we were kind of on a different time schedule based on when that launched and the sort of anniversaries that would then follow with content celebrations. Warzone's launch in March of 2020 fundamentally changed the way that Call of Duty is marketed every single year. Before Warzone, you had games confirmed or revealed in late April, but mostly sometimes in May, with gameplay shown off of the campaign relatively shortly to follow a few weeks later, if not within a single week afterwards. Then further on down the line, we'd get multiplayer reveals with gameplay, as of years recently, an alpha and a beta with playable testing, some of which was limited by console exclusivity, then a third mode reveal closer to the launch date, and finally a launch in October or November, almost without fail for the past 10 years before Modern Warfare 2019 or so. Obviously, yes, that's not the most comprehensive approach to looking at every single aspect of the game that is revealed over that course of reveal to launch, but that's it in a nutshell. Revealed, campaign, MP, third mode, launch. Warzone, however, changed that entirely, because whereas in the time where traditionally speaking, we'd have seen Black Ops Cold War getting close to its reveal, we instead got the first free-to-play installment in Call of Duty's franchise history, the launch of Warzone, just about 5 months after the launch of Modern Warfare 2019. Free-to-play is always a massive investment, especially when it's Activision we're talking about, who up until Modern Warfare 2019's launch and the announcement of the post-launch DLC model shift, Activision and free were two words that were never in the same sentence together unless it was satire. So investing that much into the future of Call of Duty's offering, they wouldn't turn around and reveal a game a few weeks later and then take their foot off the gas pedal for Warzone's post-launch support. Instead, they let it ride and then chose to springboard the reveals with Black Ops Cold War and Vanguard to follow in late summer with reveals actually in Warzone, thus keeping everything in-house, generating more playtime and active users in-game, bolstering those statistics out a little further, and then condensing the entire marketing window so the players had like 2 to 3 months from the first reveal of the game to when it was actually in their hand at launch. So Warzone changed everything, but with Warzone 2 on the horizon and this being dubbed a new era, it seems like Call of Duty is going back to that traditional marketing, if not permanently, at least for this upcoming year. Modern Warfare 2 has already been confirmed. It's officially going to be called Modern Warfare 2, but it just hasn't been officially revealed. Two different things here, though kind of in the same vein. They do mean similar things, just not exactly the same. But again, in the last 2 years, we hadn't seen anything confirmed until August. So this is already different compared to the last couple of years. When it comes to a full-on reveal, though, earlier in the year it was rumored that we'd see this happen around May 30th, a sort of full circle sort of situation where, just like Modern Warfare 2019, 3 years ago at this point almost, that was revealed on May 30th. So perfectly timed, right, to do a Modern Warfare 2 reveal, but that date seems to have kind of shifted like we've talked about recently. Not only one is a US holiday, but it also wouldn't make sense by comparison to when we see sort of in-the-week reveals happen in terms of the day of the week. Instead, that rumored time frame from the release is now June 2nd with a slight asterisk on a maybe moving target on that as well. June 2nd has been stated by a handful of insiders within the main Call of Duty sphere. However, today was actually reported by another insider on the broader state of coverage, Jeff Grubb, who covers a ton of stuff in the gaming scene, not just Call of Duty, that early June was the target. In his dates, while not specific, he ended up listing it after the June 6th Apple event for iOS 16. So June 2nd, the week of June 6th, kind of semantics here. The sort of time difference here between that is only a few days, so in the grand scale of things, it's not the end of the world that it might be a little bit different here. But what I am highly expecting and highly anticipating now at this point is that we see other reveals happen immediately after reveal trailers sometime. And Call of Duty usually likes to keep that sort of show rolling, that hype going after the full-on reveal. And it turns out this actually may happen again here this year, because Summer Game Fest is right there, right after that rumored reveal of Modern Warfare 2. Now, this makes sense for a couple of different reasons. Firstly, it's a globally broadcast event showcasing new games upcoming, which is perfect in and of itself, and it's something Activision has already done with Call of Duty in the past, taking sort of these expos and larger game showcases and showing the world a little further what they have on offer for the upcoming year. That pattern is already visible. We'll come back to that in just a second with some more examples, but also it's right in that window of when the hype is still fresh. And additionally, insiders seem to think that this actually may be a main point of attack now, with insider Ralph's Valve tweeting recently, "Mark your calendars for June 9th Summer Games Fest. If an IMAX theater is available to you, go. The auditory experience alone will leave you in absolute awe. Hashtag Modern Warfare 2. Now, this is in reference to the fact that it was recently announced that Summer Games Fest and the Game Awards later this year will be partnering up with IMAX to allow for game reveals, announcements, and more for those two shows to be seen in theaters if you like to watch them there, which may be niche or weird to some, and I have no idea how much this will be utilized sort of in a real-world practical sense, how many people will show up to see a game show in the theater, but from an audio and visual perspective, that's a really cool partnership here, and it's something that kind of takes the gaming sphere to a more mainstream degree, where movies and games may not necessarily always be in the same conversation, but combining the two is a nice little crossover. And again, it's perfect because it's been done before, where these expos showcase content for Call of Duty upcoming. With Vanguard, we saw gameplay of the campaign at Opening Night Live, that being on August 25th, while the reveal trailer for Vanguard came out not even a week beforehand on the 19th. Black Ops Cold War's campaign gameplay debuted as a part of Sony's PS5 showcase in September of 2020, where we also actually got the alpha announcement here as well for that, but the reveal itself for Black Ops Cold War came on the 26th of August, so a few weeks before that happened. Modern Warfare was revealed on the 30th of May, with a panel at E3 in 2019 on the 11th of June, so less than 2 weeks after that point. Others historically have happened before, E3 being a main springboard in the past, being that it was always in June and May was normally that time where we'd see things revealed to the world for the upcoming Call of Duty game, so capitalizing on that hype and showing off a bit more than just the normal reveal trailer, that's something that does have quite a bit of logic and history behind it. Based off of what insiders are saying in regards to that partnership with IMAX, it seems like campaign gameplay actually could be a very logical possibility to be seen just a few days after the full-on reveal of Modern Warfare 2. So what's the next 30 days looking like? We talked about in the intro here that the next 30 days is pretty interesting for Call of Duty fans. Admittedly, the next 2 weeks, I'm not really expecting much in regards to Modern Warfare 2. Warzone, absolutely though. Operation Monarch is still going on for the next 2 weeks, and honestly, with nothing found about an Easter egg just yet, I'm kind of wondering if that's a time-gated thing here that we'll see, because it was specifically mentioned by developers to be happening, and maybe the event itself actually closes off with maybe a sort of cutscene event or some sort of trailer of some kind with an actual duel between Godzilla and Kong, Mechagodzilla coming at some point as well, revealing something new in the Monsterverse coming. It kind of makes sense here with that partnership, and for there to not be anything happening with the Monsterverse for this crossover to come, it'd be just weird because the last two partnerships we saw with Call of Duty were real-world partnerships that promoted an upcoming film or TV show. But after the event concludes, we'll end up getting our mid-season update, likely around that target date of the 25th right now. Then we'll have a week to breathe on that, some new content to experience, a new map in Vanguard, some changes likely coming to Warzone as well, a new weapon perhaps, but then that's when it's Modern Warfare 2 time. A reveal trailer followed up by potentially some gameplay or so a week later, and then after that we'll be gearing up for Season 4 in mid-June at that point, after both of those events have concluded. So seriously, it's not a bad time to be a COD fan right now in regards to the upcoming 30 days if you're looking forward to what's next on the horizon. So that said, I wanted to fill you guys in here with this and give you guys a bit of insight into where my mind has been recently, but also where yours definitely should be here in the next couple of weeks. So that said, that's what we're going to call it. I'd love to get your thoughts and feedback down there in the comment section down below. Are you guys looking forward to anything Modern Warfare 2 related? Are you guys thinking we'll see some campaign gameplay at Summer Games Fest? When do you think we'll see the reveal happen? Whatever the case, drop your thoughts below. But if you enjoyed the video, do me a favor and drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Warzone, Modern Warfare 2, and anything COD related. We've got you covered here on the channel. So if you guys are at all interested, I'd love to have you in the community. That said, thanks so much for watching. My name is Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.